to a brand new episode of the Riff Rundown. I hope this is finding you and yours doing well this weekend. My name is Angela Petrilli here with my friends at Fishman for a brand new episode of the Riff Rundown. Today's episode has been pre-recorded. I've gotten a lot of requests for this one. Really fun tune we're going to be looking at today. We're going to be looking at Bring It On Home, originally written by Willie Dixon. We're going to be looking at the Led Zeppelin cover. So really fun tune here. Have your electric guitar in standard tuning for this one today. It's going to be a blast. And if you have a Marshall stack, extra gold star for you today. So as always, you guys are enjoying the lessons, please be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Really does help the cause. And if you want to check out all the cool Fishman gear that I use in these lessons, including these Fishman Fluids pickups that I have in my Strat today, go ahead and click the link in the video description below. And while you're there, I recently started a Patreon page, and it's a beautiful extension of what we do here on the Riff Rundown. We do exclusive Q&As and all that good stuff. It's a lot of fun. So if you want to check out more, go ahead and click the link. We'd love to see you there. So as always, you know I like to ask a question before we get started. So please let me know where you are tuning in from and your favorite Jimmy Page riff. That's right, folks. Favorite Jimmy Page riff, where you're tuning in from, electric guitar, standard tuning. Let's have some fun today, folks. Bring it on home. That's what we're going to learn today. So lots to cover, folks. Let's get started. So let's go ahead and look at the intro part. So we're going to be playing over an E major here. Really cool bluesy little riff. So let me show you how to play it. So we're going to get our first finger on the second fret of the A string. It's going to be our B note, B as in boy. We're going to be rocking this at the same time with that low E string. Okay? So how we do this to get that really thuddy, beautiful sound there, we're going to get this part of our hand. We're going to place it right in front of the bridge. That's this here, okay? And what we're going to do, slowly rocking this with our wrist. We're not looking for something really aggressive, using the entire arm here, at least for right now. Okay, so we've got just 2 downward strokes there. That's all we're going to do, okay? And again, using that wrist. From there, we're going to get our pinky, placing that on the 4th fret of the A string. So that's going to be our C sharp. So we're going between that B and C sharp. Just like that, and back to B. And once more. Okay, we're going to get our second finger, play the G note, 3rd fret of the E string. And then get that 3rd finger, 4th fret, the E string, G sharp. And then back to that B note here, the 2nd fret of the A string. So let's do that nice and slowly. Just like that. So he does this in the intro for like 16 times. So this is happening for a while at the top of the tune, okay? And of course, it's just a little bit faster, but like I say in these lessons, we can't play anything fast, so we can't play slow. So round about 16 times, pretty sure, like I'm 87% sure that my counting was right on that. So it's gonna happen for a while, more on the story. So from there, we got into that verse where Robert Plant starts to come in, that hey, and the back and forth, the call and response thing with the harmonica, right? So from there, he's singing over that E chord. So gonna bring it on home to you, right? So that's happening for a while. Then we go to the shuffle that happens in A. here's something that's really awesome. It's exactly the same riff. We're just gonna bring everything down to string. Yay, gotta love that. So what we're gonna do here, you're gonna bring your first finger down to the 2nd fret of the D string, okay, so that's our E note, and we're gonna play the A string open with it, playing it just like we did, right, a moment ago in that E shuffle. Okay, so letting those go, A and that E note respectively. Okay, nice supple wrist here when we're doing this. Okay, pinky finger plays the 4th fret. This is now the F sharp, 4th fret of the D string. Rocking back, okay, to that A and E. Okay, 2nd finger, 3rd fret of the A string, C, 4th finger, C sharp, or 4th fret with the 3rd finger. Then go back to that E note, okay? And then we repeat that phrase. Let's do that A shuffle. Just like that. Okay, palm muting, supple wrist with the strum. Okay, now let's combine it with E. Here comes A, drop everything, same thing. Back to E, drop, or bring everything up. That's what's happening there. Okay, so pretty straightforward blues shuffle. If you're playing in jams and stuff with folks, this is a great, great shuffle to use in blues jams. Such a fun tune. So what we're gonna do here is now we're gonna do B, because we're in the key of E. So we've been going back and forth between the 1 chord E and the 4 chord of A. So now we're gonna go to the 5 chord of B. Here's how I like to play this. Some of you may not like me so much for this stretch, but I promise it's good for you and it's really fun. I learned this from a really great blues player who was a buddy of mine, and really, really great grip. So I like to incorporate this, and I think it's really fun. You get a nice, clean, good stretch. So 1st finger on the 7th fret of the E string, B. Your 2nd finger, yes, you heard me correctly. Your 2nd finger, you're gonna place that on the F sharp, 9th fret of the A string. This is a really cool grip. You see a lot of cellists do this sort of whole step grip here with the 1st and 2nd finger. When I go to play the rest of that shuffle with this G sharp, my pinky finger at the 11th fret of the A string, it keeps things really nice and clear. So I like this grip. Now, if you are used to doing your 3rd finger and then reaching with that pinky finger, totally cool. I really like this grip. Feels really good in my hands. Everything feels really proportioned. Okay, so I will leave that up to you. Also, keep in mind my thumbs towards the bottom of the neck here to allow those fingers to stretch. So, something I want you to just keep in mind. Just promise me this. Give it a try. Okay, so we've got that. Okay. So just like that. So that's our B. And since A is next, I want you to incorporate this stretch. So we're going to do the same thing here too. We're not going to go back to that 2nd fret. We're going to go ahead and do it here. So this A stretch, 1st finger, 1st fret of the E, or 5th fret of the E string, A. We're not doing it up there, okay? A is at the 5th fret of the E string. E, we're playing with our 2nd finger, 7th fret of the A string, and then we're going to do that rocking, that shuffle back and forth, okay, with that pinky finger, F sharp, 9th fret, A string. Okay, and then back to E. So let's go back and forth with that B to A and then back to E. So we really get this down. Again, this is worth the effort. These cool things that we do. Cool techniques with these chords. Okay, so let's give it a try. I'm going to go slowly here, so follow along. Now to A. And to our E riff. You can do this. Let's do it again. So from there, we go back to the B, back to A, So I'm going to play through the entire verse. I will call out the chords. I'll abridge it like a little bit because it is kind of long. And again, if you guys are enjoying the lessons, please do share, subscribe to the channel. Really does help me out a ton. So I really appreciate that. Click that thumbs up button too. So here we go. The intro we know is the same as that E shuffle. So assume we have played that for a while already. So here we go. Top of the verse where Robert Plant comes in. Now to our A chord, or A shuffle. Back to E, to B, to A, to E, to B, to A, and then let that go. So for this whole time, and I've got a Strat, so the pickup configuration switch here is slightly different. So you're gonna get your pickup selector when you're playing this part, put it on the neck position, okay? Or if you're got a Les Paul, the rhythm. When we play this next big part, the right? I want you to go ahead and switch it, okay, to the bridge. So there's no overdrive pedal that we're gonna step on here. This is all pickup goodness, okay? So you let that E ring, and then quietly and stealthily as you can, go ahead and flip to that bridge position, and then we play this riff. Okay, so that gets us to the big part. Let's go ahead and do it. So, pretty standard, really cool blues riff. We're gonna do here, open A string, okay? From there, open D string, 2nd fret, so open A string, 2nd fret, open D string, then 2nd fret. So really hammer on, pretty good. I like to use my 2nd finger. And then low E string. Just like that. From there, you're gonna get your 2nd finger here, bending upward on that G, 2nd fret of the G string, so that would be an A. Okay, so we're bending that A up a lot. Bring it back to true. 1st finger on the 1st fret of the G string, G sharp. Okay, hammer on, pull off with between that A and G sharp. And then stop, phrase 1. Okay, we're gonna resolve it with that E, 2nd fret of the D string. So I'll play that again. One more time. Now, phrase 2 that we have sounds like this. Okay, we don't go back to that E, we stay on that A note. So, same deal. Okay, still do that bend to G sharp, then back to A. That's the whole thing. So let's do that nice and slowly here. Part 1. Part 2. So pretty neat stuff. So what happens there is he does this, there's multiple guitar tracks that come in after we repeat this twice. So there's the main riff, which you can play an octave up. Which is really cool. I'll show you quickly how to do that. So we've got A, 12th fret. Okay, bending, or I'm sorry, we're gonna hammer on there to the B note at the 14th fret. So we're gonna go 12, 14, A, B, and then D to E on that D string. I like to use the low E. If you wanted to do the 12th fret, you can. So from there, 3rd finger bends up at the 14th fret of the G string, bringing it back to true. There's your G sharp, 13th fret of the G string. Hammer on pull-offs, resolve at E. Let's do that again. One more time. octave of the second part. Okay, and then resolving at A. Let's do that again. Once more. So you can choose to do that. So if we got... So you can do that, or the awesome harmony part that Jimmy does here too. So the harmony part is going to sound like this. I'm going to play it a little bit slower. So let me show you how to do that. So what we've got here, okay, getting that first finger at the 12th fret of the G string, G to G sharp, 13th fret, then B to C sharp, and then back to G sharp. That's the first part. And then from there, you're going to bend, okay, 14th fret of that B string, bring it back to true, hammer on pull off with that 12th fret, and then resolve at G sharp, 13th fret of the G string. Let's go ahead and do that slowly. There it is. We don't want that C note in there, my friends. We want the G sharp. So that's with part 2, so check it out. From there, 14th fret, bending up, then back to true, 12th fret, and then resolving right there, G sharp. So let's do that again. So then on that second part here, bending between, okay, that B and that C sharp. All those cool hammer-ons and pull-offs. So I'm going to play it through slowly. So here's the harmony part. Part 2. Again. That leads us into our big verses. So the big verses sound like this. So let me show you how to do that. Very cool percussive things that are happening here with our strumming hand. So we finish that riff and just kind of slide it back, right? And then we're going to do a quick down, up, nothing, kind of mute it with this hand. We're not playing any chords yet. And then from there, we're going to slide this first finger, second fret of the B string, C sharp, second finger, third fret of that G string, okay? Just like that. And then we're going to slide this up a half step. So first finger then goes to the third fret, second finger goes to the fourth fret of the G string respectively. So just like that. And then give a good up down at the top of this riff and at the end. Just like that. Let's do that again. And once more. Just like that. Be sure to mute. One more time. From there, I like to grab this with my first finger. So first finger on the second fret of the G string and B string respectively. And again, after it, percussive, down, up, okay? So now let's add that. Again. One more time. It's okay if it's a little sloppy too, so don't feel it has to be like totally, totally precise. It's good if it's a little sloppy, right? So let's go ahead and do that again. And even if you want to kind of bend it a little bit, totally cool too. The next part, open G string to the first fret of the G string, G to G sharp. And then again, down, up. So let's do that again, whole thing. After this, you can do this two different ways. So I know some of you watch the riff rundown, you're like, Angela, thumb chords are hard for me. It's fine. Jimmy Page does do this live. When he goes from the G to the A, he does use his thumb here. So think of it this way. It's like if we played that G bar chord and A bar chord, but we just, instead of our first finger, we just use our thumb instead. Like that. So that's how Jimmy does it. If you want to do these as power chords, that's totally cool too. So you can do that. So whatever feels comfortable for you. I kind of like to do the power chords when I play this live. It helps me get to that next phrase just a little bit easier, but feel free to use your thumb. See what I mean? Versus power chords. So up to you. And you could even do different, like do inversions of that. So that G and A, I don't have this on my chart, but I'll show you how to do it anyway. You can get your first finger on the 7th fret of the G string, and then your 3rd finger on the 8th fret of the B string. So that's like a dyad of the G. And then you slide that up a whole step, and now that's A. So you can kind of fool around with that. So I'll show you what I mean. So you can kind of pick and choose whatever you want to do. So that is the first part of the riff. So the first part of the riff goes to G to A. Da-da-da. The second part does this. Yeah, man, good stuff. Okay, so same exact riff. We know how to do it by now. So all we're doing there, we're getting that 3rd finger, or 2nd finger rather, 3rd fret of the low E string. I do that all the time. Okay, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 2nd finger. Did it again. Okay, give that little bend, and then let it go. I like that. And notice how I'm only picking that with my picking hand once. I'm not doing, yeah. These little things I think are super cool. So let's look at that harder verse again. So nice and slowly. Let's do that again. That's the whole verse. So this happens a couple times, right? And then we go in to the main riff again. Okay, and we repeat that, and then we go into the harmony riff or the octave riff, whatever you want to do. So I'll kind of play through some of it real quick here. So say we're doing a verse. So you get the idea. So that's what's happening there. So we do that, okay, main riff, and then we go into another verse. Okay, so once we finish that, we're going to do the main riff yet again, and then we're going to land on an A chord. So that will sound like this. So if I'm doing the little harmony part, So that A5, I love this song. So that A5, you're gonna get your first finger, okay, second fret of the D string and G string, and have that open A string going too. So now we say goodbye to the pickup selector in the bridge position. We're gonna bring it back to the neck. So let that A5 really sustain out. From there, we're gonna go back, okay, to our beautiful outro. So we're gonna go back to that B. So instead of starting, we're gonna go with B. So for context, so we've got. Neck position, go to your B5, or B major, and then A, and then to our E riff. And then from there, we're gonna do a really cool little walk up to that B, so. So we're going to slide, we're going to go to that G sharp, 4th fret, to A, back to our B, shuffle. To A, and kind of slow it down. Then we go to our E5, okay, and let it ring. So for context, the outro so far sounds like this. So we finish the pickup selector back to the neck, here we go. So bring it on home to you, E riff. B to A. Now here comes one of my favorite parts of the song. So how we do this, we're going to use our first finger and our pinky to do this. We're going to get our first finger across the 9th fret of the D string through the high E string. Okay, pinky finger goes on the 12th fret of the high E string. It's not going to move. Don't move it, okay? So we've got our pick. I'm going to be doing some hybrid picking here. Pick is playing the D string, 9th fret, and B string, 9th fret. And then I'm striking the 12th fret. And then back to that B string, D string. Move that first finger up to the 10th fret. Repeat. Okay, striking 10th fret of the D string, B string. Now moving that first finger now to the 11th fret. Same thing, D string and B string. And then go to the 12th fret, D string, G string, B string. And slide it back. So let's do that again here. 9th fret, 10th fret, 11th fret, 12th, slide it back. And then we go to our E7 chord. I think this is the version that he's doing here. So we're gonna get our first finger here, 1st fret, 5th fret of the B string, 3rd finger, 7th fret of the A string, 2nd finger, okay, 6th fret of the D string, and then your pinky finger, 7th fret of the G string. And then go out with a harmonica. So that is Bring It On Home by Willie Dixon, and this was the Led Zeppelin 2 version. Such a fun tune. As always, wishing you all so much success in your musical journeys. I hope this was super fun for you, because man, did I have a blast teaching this one today. It's so great. If you guys are enjoying the lessons, be sure to subscribe to the channel. It really does help the cause. Check out all the cool Fishman gear that I use in these lessons. Super good stuff. Link is in the bio. As always, I want to thank my friends at Fishman, and most certainly, I want to thank all of you. Thank you so much for watching these videos, being so kind to one another in the comments. It's really great stuff. Thank you all so much. Have a blast playing this one. It is